can a brand or a product, in your opinion, really elicit the full spectrum of human emotions, including those that we often hide, like fear, insecurity, and vulnerability? Or is it only the favorable emotions?
Oh, no. In fact, brands is a lot easier to get people to have unfavorable emotions about brands and products than just to have them get favorable.
Well, intention. I'm talking about intentional, not unintentional.
No, but seriously, like fear, very easy. Anger, no problem. Anyone who's ever dealt with a computer knows all about fear and anger. So especially anger of those two. But intentionally, it's a lot. It's harder. A lot of emotions, not all emotions, are tied to people necessarily. So if there's a rock slide coming towards you, that will generate fear. Fear isn't specific about human beings, but love is specific. Love and emotional attachment is specific about human beings. Your brain is very evolved to be very careful to separate people from other things when it comes to love. It doesn't do that when it comes to fear because objects can be dangerous, right? Just like people can be dangerous. So you can fear an object just as easily as you can fear a person. But when it comes to love, it does make that distinction. And let me give you an example of why your brain would do that. I'll give you a couple quick examples. So one is, if you've got an alarm clock and it's broken and it goes off every couple hours all night long and wakes you up, right, and you can't fix it, well, the obvious thing to do is just to get rid of that alarm clock. But if you've got a new baby in the house and it wakes you up every couple hours, you cannot get rid of that thing. And from an evolutionary point of view, evolution's been really careful to make sure that you will tolerate just an amazing amount of pain from that baby. It's just respond with love instead of what you would think a normal person would respond with. So it's super important from evolution's point of view that you don't treat the baby the way you would treat an object, and to make sure that you treat it differently. Your brain really separates out all kinds of things in the way you think about a person from the way you think about an object. And there's a reverse of this, which is, if you think about your broken alarm clock the way you think about a person, well, then you can't get rid of it. And there are people that have a neurological mental malfunction, and this mechanism in your brain that normally says, this is a person, think about it this way. That's an object, think about it this other way. That mechanism is broken, and it keeps applying person thinking to objects. And these people are hoarders. Mm-hmm. So if you wonder, what's up with that hoarder? Why can't that person just clean out their damn living room? Why do they have newspapers stacked to the ceiling? It's because they've got this neurological problem, and their brain thinks all those newspapers, it doesn't literally think they're people, but it's applying the same kind of attachment processes to those newspapers that the brain evolved really just to apply to other people. And so that's also really bad. So you can imagine it would be really bad if you thought about people like objects, and it's also bad mostly if you think about objects like people.
Yeah.
So your brain tries to get you to not do that so much. But that's true just for things like love. It's not true for fear.